Everybody wanna blame the streets, blame the music, blame the parents, blame the kids. But almost nobody stop and ask, who controlled the information from the beginning? Who wrote the curriculum? Who approved the textbooks? Who decided what black children should know and shouldn't know? 'Cause when you control education, you control identity, you control confidence, you control how people see themselves. State control curriculum, who controlling that? Who pick which black history stay hidden in the back? Who remove the real truth every time truth get too deep? Then wonder why the cycle's still repeating in the streets. State control curriculum, now let that sink in slow. Generations taught exactly what they want us to know. Can't change a mindset if the facts stay locked away. That's why things look different but still feel the same today. Why every black child learn about slavery first and success last? Why they show us chains and whips before they show us brilliant past? Why they barely teach Reconstruction, black wealth, black-owned towns? Why they skip how thriving black communities got burned down? Why they teach Dr. King dreams but avoid his deeper speech? Never talk economic justice or the systems he would preach. Turn powerful black leaders into safe little quotes. Strip the fire about their message, water down what mattered most. Why they never fully teach COINTELPRO operations? How the government watch black movements across the nation? Why they soften segregation like it wasn't organized terror? Why the textbooks always edited to make America look better? And if the truth's so dangerous, ask yourself why that be? Why every time somebody teach it, controversy hit TV? 'Cause education ain't neutral when the state control the pen. And whoever write the narrative shape how children think within. State control curriculum, who controlling that? Who pick which black history stay hidden in the back? Who remove the real truth every time truth get too deep? Then wonder why the cycle's still repeating in the streets. See, they teach black pain disconnected from the modern day, like racism disappeared and just magically went away. Never explain prison labor and the loopholes in the law. Never teach how economics keep some communities at war. Never teach why property taxes shape the school a child attends. Why rich neighborhoods stay rich while poor ones barely win. Never teach media influence, political strategy. Never teach how fear and division became profitable historically. Then they look at black communities and ask, what went wrong? Without admitting generations got conditioned all along. When you hide a people's history, disconnect them from their pride, you create confusion, self-hate, and division deep inside. That's why some don't know they value unless entertainers rich. 'Cause the curriculum barely show black excellence exists. Doctors, scholars, inventors, warriors, builders, masterminds. Whole generations left out intentionally over time. Stay control curriculum, now let that sink in slow. Generations taught exactly what they want us to know. Can't change a mindset if the facts stay locked away. That's why things look different but still feel the same today. See, this bigger than one teacher, bigger than one classroom wall. This about who got the power to define history for all. 'Cause if black children fully learn the strength they come from, might stop seeing themselves as less than where they come from. Might question why resources are uneven all across the map. Might question why black wealth gaps still incredibly trapped. Might question why voting rights constantly under attack. Might start demanding policies instead of just reacting back. And that right there to fear, not hatred, but awareness. 'Cause awareness awareness create unity, and unity create leverage. That's why truth get politicized every single election year, 'cause educated people harder to control through fear. So don't just blame the streets when the roots run through the schools, through the books, through curriculum, through decades shaping rules. 'Cause if the foundation poison, the structure crack eventually, and the miseducated people struggle seeing clearly mentally. State control curriculum. Now ask yourself, who benefited from it? Who gained when black children disconnected from their history? Who gained when the community only know half the story? Who gained when every generation start over from scratch? Maybe the first step to changing everything is finally questioning what we were